Welcome to Don Bosco in a Year podcast.
Day 49. Beginning the night school, the Sunday night school. At St. Francis of Assisi, I was already conscious of the need for some kind of school. Some children who are already advanced in years are still completely ignorant of the truths of the faith. For these, verbal instruction would prove long and mostly tedious. They quickly would stop coming. We did try to give them some lessons, but we were beaten by lack of space and of teachers ready to help us. At the refuge and later at the Moretta house, we started a regular Sunday school. And when we came to Valdoco, we also started a regular night school. As we wanted to get some good result, we took just one subject at a time. For example, 1 or 2 Sundays were devoted to going over and over the alphabet. And the small catechism and syllable by syllable, pupils were taught to read 1 or 2 of the first catechism questions. That served as a lesson for the week. The following Sunday, that work was reviewed and a few more questions and answers were added. In this way, in about 8 weeks, I could succeed in getting some to read and study on their own. A whole page of catechism. This was a great time saver. With the other method, the older boys would have had to come to catechism for some years before they could be properly prepared just for confession. The Sunday school project was a boon to many, but that was not enough. Not a few of the slower pupils forgot what they had learned the previous Sunday. It was then that we introduced the night courses. We had begun them at the refuge, put them on a more regular basis at the Moretta house, and better yet, as we had our established place at Valdoco. The night courses brought 2 good results. They inspired the youngsters to come to learn to read, which they realized were very important. At the same time, these classes gave us an excellent opportunity to instruct them in religion, which was the object of our concern. But where could I find so many teachers when almost every day brought the need of adding new classes? To meet this need, I myself began to give lessons to some youngsters from the city. I taught Italian, Latin, French, and arithmetic without a fee. In return, they were obliged to help me teach catechism and run the Sunday and night schools. These young teachers of mine, at first numbering 8 or 10, continued to increase. This is how our academic program started. When I was still at the convento of St. Francis of Assisi, amongst my students was John Coriasco, who is now a master carpenter, Felix Vargano, who is now a dealer in ribbons and braids. Paul Delfino is now a technical instructor. At the refuge was Anthony Melanot, who now has a spice shop. John Melanot is a confectioner. Felix Ferrao is a broker. Peter Ferrao is a compositor. John Piolo has his own carpentry shop. There were others too: Louis Genta, Victor Mogna, and others who came only once in a while. I had to spend a lot of time and money as a general rule. The bulk of them let me down when I needed them. To these, I can add other pious gentlemen from Turin: Mr. Joseph Galgiardi, a dealer in knickknacks, Joseph Fino in the same business, Victor Rittner, a jeweler, and others were dependable. Priests used to help me especially by celebrating Holy Mass, preaching, and teaching catechism to the more mature young men.
Thank you for joining us today on this journey to know Don Bosco. May these reflections deepen our faith, guide us closer to God each day, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Till then, keep seeking, keep praying, keep growing.